Training racing pigeons to break. Breaking in racing pigeons refers to when a bird separates from the flock and follows its own course. Typically, there is a leader among the pigeons when they are flying in a straight line, while the rest of the birds follow. Breaking is essentially about leading. It involves training pigeons to break away from the flock and establish their own path. Pigeons are naturally social creatures and prefer to be together for safety. Young birds, in particular, find it challenging to break away from the flock due to their survival instincts. In nature, predators often target lone birds, assuming they might be sick or injured. However, in pigeon racing, the goal is to have winners and leaders. To achieve this, we need to train against their natural instincts. So, how do we develop leaders and birds that break? Breaking and leading are two distinct concepts. A leader is a bird that takes the lead within the flock while following its own course. On the other hand, a bird that breaks is flying solo but also following its own course. The common factor is that both types of birds follow their own path. Our aim is to train racing pigeons to do just that, follow their own course. There are two methods for teaching pigeons to follow their own course. The first method is single tossing. During single tossing, the bird has no choice but to rely on its instincts and select its own way home. Single tossing can be time-consuming, especially if you have a large flock, but it is a highly effective training technique. However, time and money are valuable resources for pigeon fanciers. The second method involves tossing birds in small groups. Personally, I believe that tossing in small groups is better than single tossing. It requires less time, and when birds are in small groups, they continue to race each other and vie for the leadership position. To start, divide your flock into 3 groups and toss them. During this toss, there should be at least 3 leaders, often more, as the birds compete for the lead. As you progress, break them into smaller groups of fewer than 10 birds, and eventually down to groups of 3. In small group tossing, you are developing leaders, which in turn cultivates the instinct needed for birds to break away and follow their own course. When tossing small groups or individual pigeons, it is crucial to ensure that they do not merge into one large group. Sometimes, a flock may disappear from sight but return to the release point 10 to 15 minutes later. To prevent this, you can release the groups at different time intervals and different distances. Select the training distance and find a nearby road that runs perpendicular to it. Release one group, wait until they are out of sight, then drive 1 to 8 kilometers and release another group. Repeat this process until all the groups have been released. This technique may help prevent them from merging into a larger group. In summary, training racing pigeons to break involves teaching them to follow their own course. This can be accomplished through single tossing, where birds rely on their instincts, or tossing them in small groups to foster leadership qualities. Preventing the groups from merging into one large flock during training is important. By developing leaders and encouraging birds to break away, you increase their chances of success in racing competitions. There are many reasons to buy my racing pigeon method. Here are some of the best reasons. You will get excellent results. It's a very simple system to use. It's affordable. I have had over 400 first prize winners. It's adaptable to any situation. You can use it with any racing method, natural, widowhood, young birds. It's a very effective method. There is no need to spend a lot of money on fancy pigeon products. It's a reliable system and it is foolproof to use. Professional athletes, race horses, take the same products. There is science behind this, not just hearsay. It is all to do with red blood cells and oxygen in the blood. Without that, a pigeon will not race well, or an athlete will not win a race. If he has low oxygen in his blood, the above is fact and is 100% science. There are a few things you can do to improve your chances of winning at racing pigeons. One of the most important things is to learn as much as you can about the sport. You'll need to know the different types of pigeons, how to train them, and how to race them. Another key factor is practice. You'll need to be able to fly your pigeons competently in order to win races. And, of course, you'll need to have the funds to invest in racing pigeons and other racing equipment.